yeah, it's better. Let's move that light a little bit. Just the backdrop a little bit. All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist. Hope you're having a great Friday evening. Eden, thank you for tuning in. to Tonka, thank you. Good morning to you. You won't be in the chat. Yeah, no, listen to the show, man. I appreciate you listening. That's what it's all about. Had a nice day today. Got to see my son perform again his last show. He did great, as always. And yeah, it was nice. Busy, a lot of driving today, but back here in the saddle, ready to help people out if they want it. That's the thing, right? You can offer help, but do they want it? That's the real question. Let's rock and roll to some Am I the Asshole tonight. And hopefully we'll be featured. I don't know. We were featured when we featured. We were featured on Tuesday, maybe. No, not Tuesday. Monday. Maybe Wednesday. I don't remember. I think it was Wednesday. We did pretty good. We had like 3,000 in the chat. So not too shabby. Hey, Ryan, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Much obliged. All right. If you have any questions, comments, life issues, things you want addressed, this is the show for it. It's Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist. I make it easy. You put it in the comments and we work together. We hammer it out. All in one stop, one visit, and you're going to love it. That's what I'm telling you. Hello, exactly, my 1 a.m. friends. Thank you, Ryan. Obviously on the East Coast. I'll be doing East Coast show. Let's see. I'll be doing that show in 3 weeks. I'm up visiting my mom and dad. My mom's sick. And so I'm going to spend a week with her with my son up there visiting both of them. So I'll be doing every show there at 1 a.m. in the morning. So I'm right there with you. That's next week. It's way easier when I'm on the West Coast and I'm doing it, at what time do we do it? 10 p.m., especially on a Friday. That's easy. I can sleep in Saturday. All right, let's get things started. Again, if you have a question, put it in the chat. Otherwise, we'll head on over to the good people of Reddit and deal with their misery and try and fix them. All right, let's go to Am I the Asshole over there on Reddit. And we'll go here. I got to share this too. I want to share so we can all have some fun. Hang on a minute. Share screen app. Oh, it's already shit. I shared it and then I unshared it. I was ahead of myself. I was actually doing quicker than I thought. Yeah. All right, here we go. Am I the asshole if I told my neighbor she won't get a penny from me? It just sounds like you're like Potter, you know what I mean? Or just some old black and white villain. You won't get a penny from me, not a farthing. It's just a strange expression. I assume you've got to be 90 just to let it leave your lips. But let's find out. Let's do a little digging. That's what we do on this show. We dig. All right, here we go. So, am I the asshole if I told my neighbor she won't get a penny from me? Oh, it's shorter too. You're 19 and you won't get a penny from me? First of all, who even has pennies anymore? Didn't those get discontinued? There are no more pennies. You won't get any pennies that are still in circulation from me. That's right. At least go to a nickel. That's still being minted. I, 19-year-old female, live on a cul-de-sac estate. Ooh la la. Sorry. Where no one gets along. This sounds like a great sitcom, by the way. I know you're miserable now, but this sounds like I like the idea. It's a cul-de-sac, but nobody gets along on it, and everybody fights, and it's great. And a new family moves in, and everyone wants to be friends. There we go. All right. Okay. So where no one gets along, it's very cliquey. Okay. Just a couple things here. If it's cliquey, some people get along. People in the clique get along, right? Right. Where my house is positioned, I have my drive in front of my gate in which I can park, and there's a long grass verge, all right, to stop people from constantly digging up the verge and making a pool of mud. I've put up wooden stakes. Wait, like your neighbors, vampires? I put up wooden stakes with white tips to preserve the grass and also to make the stakes known enough. One of your neighbor's kids is going to fall in the thing, and it's not going to end well. As I came home today, one of my neighbors has stormed up to me and demanded money because she herself had reversed into one of the stakes and it caused significant damage to her back bumper. Here's the thing. Stakes is a bad choice. They're going to sue you. They'll probably get the money, even if they back down. It's hit or miss. You need some kind of a barrier besides a stake. Like get some stones or some rocks. Stakes are just dangerous, man. People run into that stuff. It's just not good. But all right. I do like the ones where they put like people make who crash into snowmen. They put something like much harder there, and then people crash their trucks into it and fuck up their engines. That I enjoy. You know, I don't want anyone hurt, but your vehicle damaged for being an asshole. I'm okay with that. But I guess isn't that what this is? Yes and no. She's kind of going onto your lawn a little bit. She's not knocking over the snowman. If you're knocking over the snowman, we're in a whole different game. All right, let's do it. Let's go a little further. So here, I came to my neighbor's demanded money because she herself reversed into one of the stakes. It caused significant damage to her back bumper, in which I told her that if she had reversed into it, it's her fault. It is. It is. I mean, how far into your yard does she have to go to get to the stakes? I guess that's my question. I would put them a little bit further back from the street. So, you know, you're not, you really got to go for it. You know, you can't be like, well, it was pretty close right on the edge there. If it's back a few yards, I feel like you're better off. Bit of backstory. My entire street has wooden stakes. Oh, so everyone does it. You guys are crazy. As also to protect the grass verges. So everyone's just decided that they don't like each other and they all got stakes everywhere. I hope there's no kids seriously running around and you're heavily, you got any razor wire out there too these kids can stumble into? I simply obtained permission from the local council, which I was, okay, well, if you local council approved it, you don't owe her a dime. And if everybody else is doing it, it's no surprise. It's a buyer beware situation. Since then, she didn't like my answer and said, if you don't pay up, there will be significant damage. I can guarantee that. So now she's threatening you. F her. She threatened to call the police for criminal damages letter and told me to watch my back, but I stood my ground. But I'd be the asshole if I just ignored and went on with my life. No, you wouldn't. If I were you, I would move. Your neighborhood just sounds like a viper's nest. It just sounds like a terrible place to live. Ever eaten in Tatanka, and Ryan, thank you for tuning in and hopping on the comments already. Yeah, if I were you, I would move. Although if I'm moving into a neighborhood and I'm thinking of buying your house, seeing pointy stakes and neighbors, constantly looking out the windows at each other isn't going to be all that inviting. Good luck with that too. Yeah. It just sounds like this is your home, and it just sounds like you have to build a fortress to keep everybody out. You got a moat as well? I don't know. Okay, well, at least I don't live there, thank God. You're not the asshole, by the way, but you are in just a horrible situation with your neighbors. It's just crazy. Isn't it? Is that me? No, I swear. It's just nuts. It's just nuts. All right, let's keep rocking and rolling. HOA, yeah. They need an HOA. HOA says you have to put up stakes in your yard. If another car crashes into it, then they're liable, not you. Freaking HOA, man. Jeez. That's just an odd. It just sounds like the worst place to live. That sounds like there's been an apocalypse of some sort or some terrible calamity. And then everybody, just is on their own and for themselves. And so they all put up these stakes and they all got guns in their windows, but they're living it just as their daily existence. God, what a horrible place to live. I would move. Side note. Just wanted to jump in here and say a huge thank you to y'all. Well, thank you, but I'm not reading it. Am I the asshole for offering to bring pasta salad when my neighbor asked for a side dish? Yeah, pasta salad. What's wrong with pasta salad? Every barbecue, every party has a pasta salad. Some better than others. Most, adequate. I don't think it's bad to bring a pasta salad. Who doesn't like pasta? Someone got a carbohydrate allergy? What the hell? A lighter-hearted, am I the asshole? We'll be the judge of that. We'll be the judge of just how lighter-hearted it is. But my neighbor invited me to a barbecue with a few other neighbors. I hope you don't live in the steak land, steak village. They asked if I could bring a side dish. I said, sounds great. I'll bring Mediterranean pasta salad if that works. I would do it because I don't know what the hell that is. I'm like, Mediterranean? Ooh, there's going to be green stuff in it to get on my teeth. They said someone else is bringing fresh salad with lettuce from his garden. What about a side dish? Now I feel like you're the asshole for offering to bring a pasta salad. Why? Like it came off as me not trying to contribute enough. Well, you're not. Come on, pasta salad. That's literally the least you could do. You're probably going to go out to a supermarket and buy it. I don't even think you're going to make it. Let's be honest. They're just, it is what it is. You're adding to it, but let's not pretend you're making some 7-course French meal and showering everybody with it. You go into a Ralph's, you go, oh, that looks okay. Let me give you two of those, and you put it in your trunk. You forget about it until the next day, and then you bring it out. And it's all kind of yucky, and they eat it. Now I feel like I'm the asshole for Robinson Power. All right, and I'm not contributing enough, and that I'm stupid for suggesting pasta salad. There's nothing wrong with suggesting pasta salad, but own it for what it is. It's a simple dish for someone who doesn't want to do anything. It just is. And they ask for a side dish. That's a side dish. If you go to like a Boston market and you go, what do you want? You want which side dish? Give me the pasta salad. That's a side dish. But my salad wouldn't have had any lettuce, just pasta dressing. All right, enough of you. Thank you. You're not the asshole, but understand what a pasta salad is. Understand what a pasta salad is, you lunatic. Hey, everyone, just joining Rumble Night. Thank you. Never married, dating. Doc. It's a long name. Coco in the house. God bless you, Coco. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate that. Love me some Coco. Coco is the best moderator out there, bar none. Bar none. Who would I bar? None. All right, let's go back here. All right, let's do one more. And then we're having a good time. I'm having a good time already. Am I the asshole for refusing to come home for college over breaks? No. I mean, well, you should visit who's paying the bill? I mean, if your parents are paying the bill, you ought to at least visit and say, hey, thanks for the money. I miss you a little bit. Why do you hate your parents so much? These are questions I have. Let's go a little deeper here. All right. Okay, so basically I'm an incoming freshman. You're an incoming freshman in college, and I've been preparing to move out soon. So I had my mom come to my room the other day and to help put me stuff in boxes. Really, your mom's going to help you? Are you a chick? Like you can't handle putting stuff in your boxes on your own? What is this, a Toy Story, the movie? She started to talk to me about her plans to turn my room into a fitness room. Oh, so she wants you out. I mean, she's literally, the second you hit the door, turning it, just destroying your room so you can't come back. She's like, might as well just set it on fire. She don't want you. You made it sound like this was your decision. This is just your mom saying, get the hell out. Get the hell out. You can't come back. Hey, Mr. Maggie, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in, brother. I mean, that's you kind of hoodwinked me there. She tells me, no, she's actually selling all my furniture. Yeah. My God, she's just hardcore, isn't she? And completely redoing my room. So obviously, I'm like, where am I supposed to stay when I come home for breaks? Good question. She says, don't worry, you can sleep on the couch in my office. Oh, wow, she wants you out of there. My school breaks are very long. I would not enjoy sleeping. No, don't go home. Don't. Absolutely not. If your mom has basically turned your other room, blown it up, remodeled it, and says, here, sleep on the shitty couch, like some fucking transient uncle who nobody wants to come. No. Just stay in a comfy bed and live apart. She obviously doesn't want you there. Maybe if she does, she'll get you a decent mattress. All right. So, okay. That's nuts to me. And I would not enjoy sleeping in my dad's office for a month. No, I wouldn't either. So I told her, if that's the case, I would just use my break to visit friends. Yeah, travel. That's exactly right. That's smart. Or just stay on campus. And she got so mad. No. She brought this on herself. You don't get it both ways. I felt a little bad. Not real bad. I wouldn't either. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just stay for a few days, like a big holidays. But that's when she says I'm being extreme and taking my anger towards her out on the family. There's the rub. There's the resentment. There's the volcano. I feel like it's not fair to want me to come home every break when I won't even have the room to come, have a room to come back to. My the asshole. No. Edit. Sorry, I should have clarified. She's not kicking me out. She is in a way, or selling my better stuff. What are you going to live in the garage? Or she put it out in the backyard? But once I moved out and I'm in college, she's planning to redo it all. No, you're not the asshole. You can go visit. Yeah, you should visit. You should go there like for a weekend. Be like, oh, and then as you're leaving, be like, wow, that couch is really uncomfortable. I'm going to go back to wherever, someplace else, like one of my friends where they actually give me a room. Like, mom, can't you wait? Why don't you, instead of your mom doing the fitness, why don't you offer a gym membership if you can keep your room? Like, mom, listen, I will pay for a gym membership. And it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be Equinox, it can be something on low rent. And in exchange, let me keep my room at least till I'm out of college, and then you can blow it up, and then you can, just do what you want, and then I'll sleep in the garage like you want me to, or I don't know, behind the firewood or wherever the hell she's going to put you. That's just crazy. What kind of like the mom? That's what's called a classic double bind situation where you can't win. It's mixed messages. It's mixed messages is what it is. That's a psychological term for it. All right, let me do a quick ad here. I haven't done one from these guys in a while. It's a new era for America. Let me clear my throat a little bit, as I am wont to do. All right, we ready? Okay. It's a new era for America First international assistance. President Trump has been clear. America won't hesitate to act, and we won't write blank checks. From now on, U.S. assistance will be strategic, accountable, and tied to results that make America safer and more secure. Stronger borders, tougher enforcement, and real cooperation to stop illegal immigration and keep deadly drugs out of our communities. America First assistance will stabilize fragile regions before crises reach our shores, strengthen key partners, and support American farmers, manufacturers, and workers. 80% of Trump's voters support such international assistance. And to Beijing, if you're using aid to buy influence and control, the game's changing. America will lead with strength, with purpose, and with conditions that you put our security first. So that's America First right there. You can see the QR code. You can click on that and help out everybody. And why not? Do it. Do it. Do it now. Do it. Do it. There you go. You did it. Everybody, there's everybody happy. I'm happy. I hope you're as happy as I am. Okay, let's get back to it. I don't want to do that one, that one. No, let me see. Which one should I do next? Let me check the comments too. I always forget that. Rumble says, oh, yeah, I guess. Maybe they do. I don't know. That's lettuce. Yeah, you got to be careful of lettuce right now. It is, yeah. Salad maybe not the best idea if you're bringing that to a party. Unless you want everyone to start just crapping their pants. Right? Isn't that the outbreak? It's a listeria. It's hysteria over listeria outbreak. I think so. All right, let me go here. And by the way, you are not the asshole. I didn't officially say it, but you're not. I think I more than implied it. Am I the asshole for telling my mom I can't do everything she wants for a decision she made 17 years ago? Let me read that again. Am I the asshole for telling my mom I can't do everything she wants for a decision she made 17 years? Did she break up with your dad? Cheat on your what's going on? Let's find out. Intrigue. All right, here we go. All right, I'm 18. So this happened when you were 1. I have generally decent relationship with my mother. Okay, so it's here and there. I've always loved her and appreciated her sacrifices. As a background, my mom quit her job when I was born because she was too scared to put me in daycare. I've been there, man. I told that story before about the daycare that I had my son there one day. I snuck back in because I just didn't like the feel of it. And sure enough, the daycare workers were sleeping on the job. One of them, when I walked in, because I kind of snuck in, barged in really, through a side door. I just had a bad feeling. Had to peel her face off the mat. Like her face, she was sleeping on the mat. And so she's like almost like silly putty, and you can still see her, the image of her face on the mat. Nah, not really, but and she's just there and they're all mad at me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting my son out of this thing as soon as possible. And I had to go back to work because I went there on a lunch break. And then when I came back, the owner was really mad at me for coming in and not announcing myself. I'm like, lady, this is my kid. I'm going to fucking come in when I want. I want to see what the hell you're up to. And I would have just really gone apeshit on her, laid into her. But our friends had recommended this place. So I was like, well, if I go hard at her, then their kid suffers. You know what I mean? Like she could take it out on their kid. I wouldn't have put it past her. So I'm like, all right, yeah, my fault. He's never coming back. Give me mine, not yours. And I left. We got someone to watch him at our house after that. No joke. It's definitely no joke. Probably 4 months later, kid died there, unattended, left in a child's seat, just and choked to death. True story. So be careful. Trust your instincts and really, really vet daycares and fucking come in unexpected. Come in heavy. Bust that door open. Do what you got to do. Make sure it's good. Right. All right. Anyway, so that's a whole nother story. So daycare, okay. She was scared to put him in a daycare or have a babysitter. So, I mean, I can appreciate that. That's, I guess, my point. She then had 2 sitters after me, 2 sisters after me. She then had my 2 sisters 2 years apart. Okay, so you got a bigger family, 3 people. We moved to a not so sad city when I was 4. I don't even know what that means. That doesn't make any sense. What's a sad city? Is that like Baltimore? What's a sad city? So she never ended up going back to work. How's she making a living and supporting you guys? She's got an OnlyFans. She tried to do different things with her engineer. She's an engineer. Wow. but her resume gap was too big. It's an excuse. She could find something. She's done online business. How is she supporting herself? Things of that sort. Long story short, she found a job, but was too scared to leave us alone and stayed as a stay-at-home mom. I can empathize with her. She's probably had a similar, not the exact experience I did, but some kind of experience where she maybe herself was left alone. That's my guess, in a situation like this, or she was at a daycare, abused, something bad happened. And so she always promised herself, I'm just spitballing here, that she would never do that to her kids. She would never allow them to be alone in that kind of a situation. That's just my gut. I could be wrong. Anyway, so the problem is she constantly uses an excuse to control every part of my life, constantly saying, look what I did for you. Okay, that part's not cool. I have to go where she wants me to go to college, go near law school, and say, okay, now she's incredibly controlling, probably a result of whatever the abuse was when she was younger. You just need to lay it down for her. Like, listen, I'm an adult now. I'm going to live my life. You're 18. I love you to death, but I've got to live my life. I can't live yours anymore. And you have to have that come to Jesus moment. Ideally, I would go to a family therapist with her in order to get that done. Wouldn't just have a sit down with her. I think it would end poorly. I fear is because she's becoming envious of you, as I'm pre-law and have 2 part-time jobs. She wants to live through me. She can choose whatever she wants and act as my life is hers. I don't think that's the case. But let me see. I might miss the paragraph before. Okay. The problem is she constantly uses it. Okay. Look what I did. Okay. I have to go where she wants me to go, college, law school, stay home, no traveling, no going out, nothing. She expects me to stay home till I get married to some random man who is apparently going to ask my dad for my hand in marriage before I even met him. So you've never met your father. That would make sense. I still love to know how she made any income. She doesn't know she has any source of income since she doesn't work. I guess, I don't know. That part she kind of left out. Today we got into an argument because she tried to dictate every little thing about my graduate. Yeah, okay. I don't need to read anymore here. I can kind of just summarize. You need to have it out with her. You're 18 now. You sound like you got your shit together. Got a little bit of an ego issue, but who doesn't at 18? So that's pretty normal. But just have it out with her. And ideally through a family therapist, not just have it out with her. Or you're going to be in a fight, not talk for a couple of years, maybe 3 or 4, and then you finally get back together again. But trust me, if you go through a family therapist, it'll go much smoother. She began, okay, you see, repeating yourself here. She began to talk about all the sacrifices she made, and I snapped, it's not my fault. You put yourself in this position. You've had multiple opportunities to take yourself out. Appreciate everything you've done, but I cannot live the life you want me over a decision I had no part in. That's legit, but it's how you phrase it. It's not screaming it. You wrote, she became extremely angry and is now throwing things around. Am I the asshole? No, you're 18. You're 18. You're not the asshole. You're 18 and you think you know it all, and you don't. And this really, and it would be, I think, expecting a lot of an 18-year-old to realize that she should probably be doing this in a family therapy session and not just yelling at her mom. So you're not wrong. You're doing the right thing. You're sticking up for yourself. You're going to live your own life. But I just think, based on your mom's situation and issues, you need to kid glove that shit a little bit more. There you go. Oh, what is even that, Coco? Is that what it is? That's what the lettuce thing is? A parasite called Cyclospora. First of all, that sounds like an awesome thing for a movie. Like a virulent thing that doesn't just make you crap, but actually kills you. Like it turns your insides to liquid, and then you shit yourself out. And they're like, hey, what is it? What's it called? It's called Cyclospora. Because then I like the spora, that sound to it, like where it's just spores that come in and some, like, I don't know, embed themselves in your. We're doing a lot of creative stuff here, but I think this would be pretty good. You're eating lettuce from my parents' garden. Good, that's probably safe. Look out for the Cyclospora. Anything with a spore has got kind of a weird, kind of a creepy vibe to me. Just me? No, maybe, possibly. Okay. Let's go back here. Trying not to kick myself off, as I am renowned to do. Neighbor mowed our lawn without permission and damaged our water sprinkler system. Am I the asshole for being upset and uncomfortable? Well, here's the thing. If they mowed your lawn without your permission, it's one of two things. One, they're just a really nice neighbor. They're like, I'm already mowing my lawn. Why don't I mow theirs? That's just a nice neighbor. That's a great neighbor, right? It's like, I'm already shoveling my walk in my driveway. Why don't I shovel theirs? That's just they're out there. They're nice people. My dad does that. People have done that for my dad. My dad used to do it. Then he got old, and then people did it for him. It's kind of a nice thing. But if they're doing it because like they think you're just like some filthy animal family and everything's overgrown, and like, oh, I can't look at that friggin' yard one more day. I'm just going to do it myself. Or that's a different story. But still, you kind of had to come and be in the filthy animal family. Let's find out what it is. All right, here we go. Oh boy. So let's see. Oh my God. You got the times down? What are we in court? This is fucking Reddit. We don't need the date stamps and where on the video we can see the entrance of your neighbor. Jeez. Hmm. All right. At approximately 8:30 this morning, approximately, not exact, our neighbor rang our doorbell to inform me that she had broken a sprinkler, and she even told you she broke the sprinkler. I don't have a problem with her yet. Head off of our yard. I answered the ring, but I couldn't really make out what she was saying. She was just standing on the porch, kind of rambling into the ring. Well, that's what happens when you break someone's sprinkler. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I was mowing the lawn. And you got to admit that you mowed the lawn for some reason, and so I broke the sprinkler. And I feel terrible. That's what you do when there's no one on the other side. You're talking to a ring camera. Talk yourself into a circle. Anyway, couldn't really make out what she was saying. She was standing on the front porch, rambling into the ring. Ring rambler. I asked her to hold on and went to the door. When I got to the door, she was standing on the porch holding a sprinkler head. By the way, sprinkler heads, as someone who's had to change a ton of them, whether they've been run over by lawnmowers, kicked over by UPS guys, broken, they're an easy fix. They're super easy. It'll take you on a hard one, maybe 20 minutes. Just, the hardest part is just going to the UPS or not the UPS, the Home Depot and getting the right one, whether you get a 360 or 90 degree, you know what I'm saying. Or maybe you don't. Anyway, I finally asked her if she was, okay. When I got to the door, she was standing on the porch holding the sprinkler head and explained she accidentally busted it off with the lawnmower. I don't have an issue with this woman yet. While mowing, it took me a quick minute to gather what she was saying. She displayed some erratic behavior, very jittery, talking fast. Yeah, she feels bad. Number one, that she was, I think maybe you let your lawn get really overgrown. I don't know why else she would do it and feel guilty. I finally asked her if she was mowing our yard, and she confirmed that she'd been outside mowing our yard. We live in a relatively busy downtown neighborhood, so hearing the sound of lawn equipment is something we don't really pay attention to. Plus, I don't work in the summer. My fiance really, I'm guessing you don't own a lawnmower. My fiance works really odd summer hours, so we were barely out of bed. By the time she came to the door, she had already mowed our whole front yard and our side yard. What's the issue? Hell, man, if you paid someone to mow your lawn, I don't know what it costs now, but it probably costs you probably $30, $50. A sprinkler head's fucking like $7. You got a bargain. And this lady, she's so, she'll probably do it for you. You're like, listen, I really appreciate what you did, but you did break the sprinkler head. Is there any chance maybe you and your boyfriend could just, fix it, or just, yeah, we're cool. And thank you, by the way, for the lawn. I'm just not very good with my hands. I don't know how to fix a sprinkler. If you could, if you do that, we're good. And thank you again for mowing my lawn. That's what I would be doing. She offered to replace the sprinkler head. What are you complaining about? Oh, you're the worst. You got like the best neighbor on earth. Would you ever paint your house too? Would you complain about that? If you pick the color. Yeah. She offered to replace the sprinkler head, but I was a little taken aback by her mowing our yard. I should mention we don't know this woman or her husband at all. Who cares? You should get to know her. Let her husband fix your car. Let her mow your lawn. I told her it was okay and asked her to leave the sprinkler head on the porch as I didn't want to open the door and let my dogs out. I apologize for my response. Thank you for mowing. Yeah, but I know I have to have come off confused and maybe a little bit curt. Okay. I'd like to mention that we take very good care of our lawn. I doubt it. We obviously have a sprinkler system in place. We pay for TruGreen to come on a monthly basis and do a routine yard work. So they gave you a freebie. Maybe you can eliminate your TruGreen contract that you pay for Neighbor Green, and they fix your sprinkler heads for free. I'd argue we have one of the best. Oh, so this is the sin of pride, is what this is here. You're so proud of your lawn. How dare this woman? After you pay for this lawn service and this and that, and it's the pride of the neighborhood, your lawn, that she come over thinking it's running a little high. Or she just do it, she's mowing her lawn once. It's just you being very prideful and not appreciative of a neighbor who's just, doing some free landscaping for you, Jeez. Anyway, yeah. So your lawn is the best in town. That's what you're trying to say. Yes, I'd argue. You would argue about it. You would literally get in a fight over this. I'd argue that we have one of the best lawns on the block. There's no need for her to mow our yard. And in the process, she's damaged our sprinkler head beyond repair. Well, of course, it's beyond repair. If she's handing you the sprinkler head, it's beyond repair. It's not like you can just throw it back on and it's going to work. She also returned about an hour later and apologized again, displaying some erratic behavior, offering to fix the sprinkler head on her own immediately. Just take her up on it. Be like, thank you. Say thank you and shut up, lady. You're definitely the asshole. Since I don't know this woman, I'm not sure if this is normal behavior for her or not. Well, if it's abnormal in this society, in this day and age, and it's good abnormal. She's not asking you to hang out or have lunch with her. She's fucking mowing your lawn. If that's your psychosis, I'll take that any day of the week over a peeping Tom. Anyway, they've lived in the neighborhood for 3 years now. You don't even know her name. She's usually very standoffish. Okay, but she and her husband keep to themselves, as do we. Everybody does these days, don't they? All the other encounters I've had with her husband have been short and not very neighborly. So here she is going out of her way and you're still complaining. It almost feels like she was under the influence of something. Maybe she was. Maybe it's that new crazy drug where you want to mow people's lawns, which I don't care about. I think you do. Until you're operating equipment on my property without my permission, damaging my property and the property. Stop your belly aching. When she came back to apologize the second time, we politely asked her not to do it again. Okay, you've asked her. I guarantee she won't do it again. You ingrates. As we have a whole schedule for maintaining our property. She seemed receptive, but I still feel super uncomfortable with the whole thing. Why? You're just the worst. We would never take it on ourselves to do maintenance at their home. Yeah, because you're not as nice. You're so self-absorbed. And honestly, if that's her thing, if she gets really high and likes to do yard work, you tell your neighbors, tell the people across the street, hey, Gladys is high on meth again. You go hit her up to mow your lawn. We often do snow removal on the block, but I feel like this is way different. No, I don't. I don't know. Am I the asshole? Yeah, you are. You're definitely the asshole. Yeah. I mean, come on. You're just your damn pride. Hey, morning, Brian. Thank you for tuning in, brother. What's going on every evening? You said child abuse stuff in where? Child abuse stuff in Australia. All the kids had to get STD tests, daycares. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the other thing. You got sexual predators in there. And that was the other thing I didn't like about this place too, was like she had a husband too, like, and it was because it was a house. And I didn't even want her to go there. He was a friend of my wife's who recommended this. And I'm like, I don't know about the husband. Like what? Like, yeah, okay, they check out the woman whose daycare it is, but who else is in the orbit of that daycare? We did look at another daycare, and this place was, I think worse, really, because here's this woman. It was kind of run down. The yard was overgrown. There's dog shit all over the backyard. The kids are playing back there. I'm like, why are we even here? Who recommended this one? And there's the lady in there while the kids are playing. She's drinking tea, and there's some older dudes sitting in there too. I'm like, who are these guys? Where do these guys come from? Oh, yeah. It's just crazy. Hey, Irakaman, good to see you. By the way, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. And I think what we're trying to tell you today, if you haven't figured it out, is if you do have your kid in a daycare, be careful with it. All right, I got a Coco. I've got to dump this one. No, whatchamacalls, it's no links. Unless you're a regular on the show, then I'm a little more liberal. I'm like, yeah, you can drop a link. But for the most part, no links. No links alone. Those are the rules. And the other one, yeah, try not to ask for like subs. Be like, every subscribe to me. Don't. Just don't. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm all out of sorts here. Okay. All right. So yeah, that is like, that's my dream neighbor, man. If you want to mow my lawn anytime, just not in the middle of the night, but yeah, any other time, have at it. Mow away, mow that lawn. Am I the asshole for punching boyfriend in his jewels for tickling me? Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, is he still your boyfriend? Can you still have kids? I don't know. Again, please hit the like and subscribe button. It makes me feel good. Okay. Let's see here. Check this out. I'm gonna take these off. Actually, I'm not even using them really. Am I the asshole for punching my boyfriend in the jewels for tickling me? I would say yes, probably. A couple of days ago, 20 female, was in a bad mood. See, there you go. Yeah, you were in a bad mood. It wasn't even his tickling. He's probably like, "Oh, yeah, I love you. I want to tickle you," and have a just this high level of comfort and connection with you. And you go, bam, right in the stones. I was laying on my boyfriend's bed when he threw himself on top of me and started pinning me down. Is this like your usual mating ritual? I don't know. He said he wasn't meaning to tickle me, but I was indeed being tickled, regardless of his hands being on my ribs or not. Anyway, during this time, probably 3 to 5 minutes, that's a long time to tickle. I was constantly saying stop and get off, tried everything I could to get him off using my arms. You need some jujitsu here. Using my arms and legs, but he simply wasn't budging. At this point, it sounds like you're being raped. I'll be honest. Don't mean to laugh. At this point, I was extremely overwhelmed, could not breathe, and now freaking out. He wasn't stopping. I finally saw an opening. I tapped him lightly on the balls. This got him to stop. That's not cool. Don't do that. To which I responded, I will do it again. And then he proceeded to pin me down and tickle me. You guys have a real weird relationship. I got to be honest. I saw another opportunity. I took it, this time hitting him harder. Well, I guess you told him once. Thankfully, this did get him to stop and got him super upset. It'll do that, which for me, I think you needed to. I honestly think either a cold bucket of water to get him off you, or a knock on the stones. One of the two. He's very set that I'm in the wrong, and I'm set that I was justified. Honestly, normally, being a guy will not take anyone's side of knocking someone in the nads, but I think in your case, yeah, he was dude's out of control. Dude needs a cold shower, or you guys need to actually have sex. When we were talking about this later, he said he started doing this because he wanted to see me smile and feel better. I think maybe you're exaggerating here, because you're saying it was 3 to 5 minutes. It was probably 30 to 50 seconds. Maybe it felt like 3 to 5 minutes, but I don't, if you want someone to feel better, it's not going to take you more than 30 seconds to 50 seconds to see you're making them feel worse. You know what I mean? But still, you gave him the tap once. He persisted. You gave him a harder tap the second time. It seems legit. And again, I don't know what your foreplay is like, so who knows? He said he thought everything was okay because I was laughing. Oh, you were laughing. But it was an uncomfortable, nervous laugh that I always do when being tickled. I don't feel like anyone likes being tickled. I feel like when you're a kid, when you're like a little kid, kids, I think, like being tickled, or maybe they just don't know they don't like it yet. But I feel like once you get past, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years old, tickling loses its allure. I don't think there's a lot of people who like being tickled. Maybe a little. There's always like a fetish community. I'm sure they're like, the fluffies or the furries or whatever they like to be. I don't know. But yeah, I think for the most part, once you hit a certain age, most people, you're like, hey, tickle? No. It's not that popular. People like shoulder rubs, Why don't you give her a shoulder rub? Maybe that's what you tell them. You say, listen, next time I'm in the dumps, come behind me, just rub my shoulders, just massage my back a little bit. That's the move. That's the adult move. Not I'm just saying, if I did it to my fiance, I would probably wind up in the same situation, with the hunched over and in pain. But now in the massage, it would have the opposite effect. You'd be very happy about that. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Hitting someone in the balls isn't cool in the slightest, but it's not like I did on purpose. I think you're fine. And I think you taught him a valuable lesson, one that I think he needed to be taught. It's kind of funny. Good times. All right. By the way, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. Everybody does it. They have a great time after. They feel good for hours afterwards, really. What is this now? Yeah, kick him in the furry spot. Yeah, it is pretty far. Yeah. Yeah, no link. I'll just for this live stream. How about that? Oh, you've already been muted. Well, thank you, Coco. Yeah, so hit the like and subscribe button, or if you have a question, tickling is for kids ever eating. You're right. Seriously, that is panic being held on. Yeah, The part wasn't that bothered me, Ryan, wasn't that, and the reason I was okay with the punch in the balls to both of them is, yeah, you're being pinned down against your will. That's not even tickling. That's being pinned down against your will. And as a side note, I might tickle you a little too. It's that's what I was talking about. Like, sounds like like borderline rape. Which is not, to my understanding, a great way to cheer somebody up. I mean, not from what I've read. All right. Let's see here. Let's keep going, rocking and rolling. Am I the asshole for not watching another person's kid at the playground, which resulted in the kid falling? No, I mean, are they a friend of yours or just some rando? Like, hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom, or go scroll reels for a bit on the toilet. Watch my kid that you've never seen before. But let's read. Let's see. If this is a friend, it's a different story. I would feel bad. I've had that happen where, I'll be out with a friend and my son and his son, and he'll be like, hey, man, I got to go to the bathroom real quick. Could you watch so-and-so? And I'm on that kid like a hawk. I'm watching them both. I'm keeping them both in my, that's what I would do. Some stranger came up to me and said, hey, can you watch my kid? I'd be like, I don't really feel comfortable with that. We were leaving soon. I can't guarantee you should really take your kid, with you, you know? I mean, come on. It seems like a big ask for a stranger at a park. And what are they? I guess you must have a kid or they wouldn't have trusted you. Whether you're going to take the kid and put him in the van and the ice cream truck that you drive around in. My husband and I took our kids to the local park. Our kids mid-elementary grade, all right, so I guess 7 or 8, played for almost an hour as my husband and I waited under the pavilion next to the playground. Okay. A group was coming in for a party. So we moved under the tree about 30 feet and sat on the wagon we brought with us. We walked from the house. All right. You're sitting in a wagon? Like a kid's wagon? Like a Red Ryder? There was a little kid, I'm guessing 3 years old, who was at the party and left to play by herself on the playground. Parents and family were at the pavilion. Getting close to an hour, I gave 5-minute warning to my kiddos, was backing up our little wagon. Both the kids came at the end, and the little girl was still exploring the playground by herself. What are parents going to leave a 3-year-old wandering around by themselves? Anyway, and the kid must have slipped and fallen from the playground. The kid, of course, popped up, started to cry. Mom finally ran over to check on her. We stopped to make sure they weren't seriously hurt and walked away. My husband said the mom gave us a bitter look as we walked away. Oh, please. What are you talking? Like, she didn't even ask you to watch the kid. It was an implied watch? Give me a break. She's a terrible mother. First of all, she never even asked you to watch the kid, which she shouldn't in the first place. Then when the kid is hurt because she's not paying any attention because she's just, too self-absorbed, she's looking around for, hey, why didn't you watch him? What are you talking about? I don't know you. I don't know your kid. If I see him falling and I'm close enough, I'll stop him from falling. But, take a look, everything. This is one of those, everything is somebody else's fault. Her kid's good luck with that kid. I got a crap mother. No, you're not the asshole. Absolutely not. My biggest part of the story is like how you both could sit in a wagon. Like, how big is this wagon? You talking about a station wagon or like an actual, pull it along the sidewalk wagon? I don't know. All right, let's keep going here. Hey, Pizza Wolf, good to see you. Evers Eden says new moms do that. All help each other. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're gonna help each other, but you got to kind of ask. I don't think you can just assume. Ever Eden. I don't think I've ever done that. I've never been comfortable enough to ask a stranger to watch my kid while I did anything. I would ask a friend. But I just some random. I'd be like, hey, would you watch my son while I go someplace without my son? No, I take my son with me. I don't know. It's just me. Yeah. It's a lot. That's a lot more than, being at the Starbucks. Hey, can you watch my computer while I go to the bathroom? Yeah. Okay. Hey, can you watch my daughter while I go to the bathroom? No, absolutely not. Take your kid with you. Yeah, Pizza says, kid said, kid should be safe, but not your kid. You shouldn't have to care that much unless it's in serious danger. People care too much about external events and not enough about what they can personally do. Yeah, nobody wants to take any responsibility. We live in a society where everything is everybody else's fault, where everybody's a victim, where nothing is fair, and you cause none of the misfortunes in your life. There's some things beyond your control, but there's a lot of things you can make better. Tony Robbins talks about a nice thing where it's like, it's not the problem, but it's your reaction to the problem. That's what's going to make the difference. And I butchered that, I'm sure, but there you go. Yeah, I wouldn't let it. Coco. Yeah, Coco, you're right about that. I wouldn't let anyone watch my computer either. But I have, very rare. But it happens only when, like, this is back before the pandemic when I used to go to Starbucks and write and just drink coffee and sit there. But if I had all of a sudden, like, it just hit me like, oh my God, I'm going to take a big crap. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, hey, could you watch your computer? Could you watch your computer? And I think they can feel the panic or sense the panic in you that you're going to, it's coming out. And I'm running there, and then I'm going quick because I want to get back. So hopefully I didn't steal my computer or leave, There you go. All right. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Coco, that's funny. Yeah. I mean, I just, yeah. You know why I also don't take my computer in? Because if you take your computer in, then you also have, you lose your seat, right? You got to leave something there to save the seat. I guess you could leave your coffee there. I hope nobody roofies it. That'd be bad having somebody roofie your coffee. Yeah, when the poop, yeah, exactly. Thank you. When the poo drops. You heard of the bass dropping? Yeah, it was the poo dropping. Okay, let's keep going. Hold on. I'll try this. Try something. I promise one every show. I drop one every show. We're almost, my apologies. I'm back. And here's something completely random that you don't need to know, but I found out today, so you're going to find out too. Like I saw Steve Austin, the Bionic Man. Was it Lee Majors? Yeah. Like I saw a video of this guy like talking about like Lee Majors stuff, but he looked like some old codger. I'm like, who's that guy? I'm like, oh my God, is that Lee Majors? So I look up Lee Majors and I went down a Lee Majors rabbit hole or a wormhole. And I start going, oh, I used to love that Bionic Man. And like when they would go, and he would do his like Bionic Man stuff. And so I went to YouTube and I punched in Bionic Man and I'm watching him and he's running real fast and there's no noise. And then he's ripping like the top off of a van and there's no noise. There's not that, that cool noise. I'm like, what the hell? Like, did I just imagine that? So then I went to Google and I'm like, hey, Bionic Man noise. And like the whole first season of the Bionic Man, which I had no idea, he didn't have the noise. They didn't do the noise until starting the second season. And that's like, Jamie Summers would go, all that stuff. The whole first season, he would just run real fast. He would just be super strong, but they wouldn't have any accompanying noise. I'm like, wow, how did I miss all that? I know it now. You know it too. There you go. Enjoy. For more useless information, please ask away. I'll hook you up. There you go. All right. Am I the asshole for ending things with a situationship because of her having kids? If it's a situationship, then no. I mean, by default, situationship is based on the situation. If suddenly you don't like the situation, then you have a right to leave. If it's a serious relationship, that's obviously a different story. Here's my question. For you, it's a situationship. What was it for her? Was it a bit more? And you're just downplaying it. All right, let's see here. I met female 28 through some mutual friends. We both hit it off from day one. Oh crap! I just realized I have not plugged in. I am powerless. There we go. All right. I 28 met female 28 through some mutual friends. We both hit it off from day one. We have very similar interests. We started getting really close to each other to the point where one of our friends, closer with her than me, started asking me what I think about her and giving me the push to explore things. Okay, so she's trying to get you together. playing matchmaker. I admitted that I started liking her. Eventually, we just kept getting closer, flirting a lot, but never really to the point of officially dating. Well, are you having sex? At this point, she tells me about her kids. All right, here's my questions. Like, how can you be close and close and close, but you don't know she has kids? You never been in her car? You never seen all the candy wrappers on the floor or the cereal spilled in the backseat of her minivan? What, huh? Oh. There's a lot of telltale signs. The exhaustion in her eyes. Anyway, at this point, she tells me she's got kids, which was a shocker, as I had no clue. and just as she said, she assumed I knew a lot of people in our friend circle. Yeah, she figured he probably knew, but it was like, does he know? Maybe I better tell him. I was slightly thrown back by it, but my feelings for her were so intense at that point, I just looked past it. Okay. Then you decided against it. However, it kept sitting in the back of my head, and it wasn't what I was looking for. So you want this perfect relationship with a woman. So what you have with her, you sounds like you're really in love with her. You're just like that. But she has a kid, so that rules her out. So you're gonna dump her and go after someone else who will then have to at least hit the bar of you falling madly in love with loving everything about, which is, I don't know about you, but that's not an easy thing to find. Like, you found the really best part of it, and then the rest is periphery. Yeah, it's a big periphery. But I don't know, bro. You could be looking down 40, 50 years old going, what if? Now, again, if it's not that big a deal to you and she's not really, like, yeah, you could take her or leave her, then yeah, it's a different situation. But if you really love her and you're like, oh, you got a kid, come on, dude. If you really love her. If you don't, if it's just a real true situationship like you're saying, then yeah, I get it. Then yeah. Sorry, I didn't know. I'm not into it. You're a friend with benefits or something. Okay, so I just started putting it all to an end, all the flirting, the situationship we had going. So it sounds like you weren't that deep into it anyways. This hurt her. Of course it hurt her. She really liked you and you really liked her. And now because she has a kid, you're like, no. This hurt her. She caught strong feelings for me. Yes. Okay. To the point where I later found out that she would have told me she loved me. See, I had a feeling. You classified it as a situationship. She classified it as love. Honestly, I think she's better off without you because you seem kind of shallow. I'm just saying. Just saying. Are you the asshole? Maybe, maybe not, but you're definitely shallow. And I think she can do better. Sorry, bro. Okay. She loved me if we had ended up dating. We stayed friends since we had a lot in common and we didn't really have any hate towards each other, but just stopped talking and hanging out with each other unless it was really important. Eventually, it just faded away. Tried to send some signs, which is just a whole nother messy story. Yeah, because you fucked her over, man, and then you're gonna still play around with her a little bit, try and get a little action. When the kid's at the babysitter. Come on, dude. Yeah, she'd send me flirty stuff or send posts that was hella disrespectful to the guy she was seeing then. Oh, well, that's not cool either. Yeah. Okay. Well, then now I feel less for her. So she's a cheater. All right, now I'm back on your side, bro. I'm back on your side. I was like feeling for her, but now that I'm like, oh, she's trying to still hook up with you while she's stringing some other dude along. What's gonna happen? She's gonna hook up with the guy, probably marry him, and then just have sex with the guy she's actually attracted to. Sad. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you were the asshole. Now you're not in my book because she's a cheater. Okay, so you said you just weren't in a place you want to be with someone who has kids because regardless of what anyone might say, eventually at least some of that responsibility would come on me. You're a moron. All of that responsibility would come on you. Eventually some of it would come on you like it's like a wine stain. You're a jerk. You're back to being an asshole. She's, I don't like that she's cheating either. That makes her an asshole. I think you're both assholes. So it's does it cancel? Maybe. I wanted to say kid free at least till my late 30s. Oh, you're a douche too. If not always. Yeah, man. Party forever, man. I don't want kids. I want to have a good time. Yeah, woohoo. Yeah, party. My guy friends understood, but I guess one of their girlfriends happened to overhear the conversation and ended up telling her other friend of ours And now a bunch of them are starting saying I shouldn't have done that, knowing we both had strong feelings for each other. Yeah, you're a douche. I mean, you don't want a serious relationship. You just want to hook up. Stop playing it. Stop playing at it like you have any intention other than just hooking up with chicks. Ideally without kids, so they don't spill on your shirt, on your Tommy Bahama shirt. I don't know what's a trendy shirt now. I don't know. Yeah, dude, you were gonna live yourself a lonely existence. I will tell you that right now, whether you get married or not, because you seem very shallow. That's something you're gonna have to deal with. I don't really love her either because she's flirting with you while apparently dating some other guy. But honestly, based on what you've written here, I don't really trust your side of the story that much either. So there you go. There you go. That's what I'm thinking there. Ay. All right. All right. Let's do this one. I haven't done a Rumble Wallet ad tonight. Let me do one of those. I love Rumble. I told you I love Rumble. Rumble, I say it. I can't say it enough. They were doing free speech when it wasn't popular. When it wasn't allowed, they were doing it. You remember a couple of years ago. When we hear a lot about crypto, or we do hear a lot about crypto, but here's the part most people miss. Crypto was created so you could actually own and control your own money. And after the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks. So instead of a bank holding your money and delaying transfers or limiting access, you are in control. And if you ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, you felt that problem. Now, fast forward to today. Everybody's heard of crypto, but getting started still feels complicated. That's exactly why I use Rumble Wallet. It takes all that complexity and it makes it simple. Choose what you want: Bitcoin, dollar backed stablecoin, or even digital gold backed by real gold. No complicated setup. It connects with MoonPay, so you can use your credit card, debit card, or bank and be up and running in minutes. Now, once you're set up, you can even support your favorite Rumble creators like me directly. So do this now. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description and download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. In just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about crypto to actually owning some. That's Rumble Wallet. Hop on that. You'll be glad you did. Rumble Wallet. It's right there in the QR code, and you can snap that up right now. Getting in on it, man. Everyone's got crypto these days, don't they? I feel like they do. There you go. Letters appeared in where? I don't know. All right, let's keep rocking and rolling. The West will. Pizza Wolf says the West will probably collapse soon if it doesn't figure out dating. Well, I mean, yeah, I feel like the population in most places is going down. China, through no help of their own, with their single child policy, and then the Chinese families who could only have one kid wanted males, so they would abort female babies, which is horrific. And so there were very few females. So now you have more men than women. Nobody seems to want to have kids over here. I feel like our population is dipping as a whole. Let me make sure though. I'm not entirely sure. Is the U.S. population going down? Birth rate going down? Let's be specific. Is the U.S. birth rate declining? I think it is, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm mistaken. It's expensive to have kids. It really is. Yes. There you go. Yes, the U.S. birth and fertility rates. That's even different. That's even worse. If the birth rate goes down because people are like, I don't want to have a kid, that's one thing. But if you can't have a kid because the women aren't fertile anymore, that's even worse. Yes, U.S. birth and fertility rates are actively declining and have reached historic record lows. Overall, the fertility rate and the number of births per 1,000 women childbearing has fallen by roughly 23% since 2007. The downward trend is attributed to a mix of economic factors, delayed childbearing, and changing social norms. And guys like Francis or whoever that dude was, like, I don't like babies. I don't like children. Delayed motherhood, the teen drop, the fertility rate among teenagers has plunged. That's weird, isn't it? That's kind of scary. Roughly 81%, they attribute it to better access. Oh, okay. So I'm thinking fertility rate, like whether you can or can't have kids, but the drop in teens is due to contraception and sex education. So that's different. But yeah, so it's going down. It's going down, folks. It's going down. The jab sterilize people? Maybe, Coco. Maybe. I just think, yeah. Yeah, lunatic woman with the Coco. I wish you were wrong, but you're not. Like, the dating scene, you're not wrong. Like, you could be like, okay, the picture's a woman. I'm out with a woman, and then you go to consummate, and suddenly you're like, oh my god, it's a man. The pants drop, and so does your hopes and dreams. Yeah. Many women in their 40s are now having babies instead of in their 20s. It's true. Yeah. That's a big one. They're having them later in life, so it's harder for them to have, and then they have less of them. Both. Mm. There you go. Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's hysterical, Every. Yeah, maybe it's a sheeness. Yeah, it's like, why didn't what are your pronouns again? Talk about a buyer beware. Ay. That's when you're like, so that was an Adam's apple. Okay. You told me you just got punched in the neck. That's true too, Coco. Coco's on a roll. You're not wrong on any of it. Let me do one more at least. Do at least one more. I'm having so much fun. Fridays are great, and thank you, Rumble, for featuring me. I so appreciate it. By the way, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe, please do hit the like and subscribe. All right. Mom tells me that I'm not mentally safe enough and too disabled to go to a convention with my sister. Am I the asshole for telling her she's delusional? I got to hit this. Is it like Munchausen syndrome, or by proxy, she trying to make you a codependent so she can keep you around forever, like a glorified pet? Let's find out. All right. Oh, they already took it down. They already took it down. Okay. Well, we will never know. But yeah, I feel like you're not the asshole. Am I the asshole for blowing up over my in-laws taking my child on a motorcycle without asking? No. Listen, I'm a guy who I like motorcycles. I have a motorcycle. I got a VTX 1800 Honda uranium green. I friggin' love it. It's a great bike. It's like a couch that flies. And it's a great bike. But am I going to take someone's kid out on it? No. Now, maybe if you had a sidecar, that's a different story. It's a different experience. But no, ATVs, same thing. You got to at least ask for permission. And I'm not letting anyone take my boy on a motorcycle. That's no. I would worry taking him on a motorcycle. Anyway. So am I the asshole for blowing up over my in-laws taking my child on a motorcycle without asking? I'm assuming this is your hillbillies. Just city slickers, city folk don't usually go ride. I think my boy went out with his cousin George on the ATV, but ATV is different. That's a four-wheeler, and I know George Jr. George the Third is safe. You know what I mean? He's a smart kid. He's got a head on his shoulders, and he's been riding the things forever. So I wasn't in any way worried. I took him out too on the ATV. It was fun. We had a great time. Me and him on the ATVs. Yeah, it was a blast. Yeah, good times. Anyway, about a month ago, while my in-laws were watching my 8-year-old for the weekend, out of the blue, they send me and my partner a video of the kid on the back of their motorcycle in shorts and short sleeves. Oh my God, that's so stupid. 8-year-olds don't know enough to keep their legs off of the pipes, off of the exhaust. And all you got to do is drape that leg over the exhaust, and you got some nice third-degree burns. There was a kid in my camp who that happened to. I think we were like probably 11, but he came into camp and he was always wearing shorts. And he had the nastiest like scars on his legs from just that. He draped his legs over a hot motorcycle and on the exhaust, and just it ended poorly. Apologies. All right, so bucket helmet, no face covering, yeah, which is state law. Yeah, okay. Not sure child side either. The video peels out on the gravel driveway onto the country road down the street. Why would you leave your kid with this family? I know they're in-laws, but still. I was honestly shook and entirely upset. Don't ever leave your kid with these people again, ever. Mainly because they didn't even think to ask. If they had, I would have said no. Good. My advice to you would be never, ever, ever, ever leave your kid with this group, with this this branch of the family tree, this rotting branch of the family tree. I understand riding motorcycles for some is an activity starting at a young age. Yeah, but that's for their kids and their broken arms. but really got under my skin. Yeah, I'd be furious after asking my partner, my partner, why don't you say wife or, what's with the partner? I'm woke. Asking my partner to communicate my unease to them. Okay, here's your issue. Here, this is a side note. You're using the word partner because you're an idiot. Just say my wife, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, whatever. Just stop playing woke games. And then to further prove that how woke and what a simp you probably are. And again, no, I promise my fiance I would be nicer, but these things bother me. You go because it's a pattern. Where it says, okay, so it got under my skin after asking my partner, asking, okay, I keep losing it. I keep losing where they are. I am so sorry. I'm almost done with the show. Okay, after asking my partner to communicate my unease to them. No, you get on the phone and you tear them a new one. You get in their face. You say, don't you ever do that to my kid again. What the fuck's the matter with you? You don't communicate your unease. I'm going to communicate my unease. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Maybe the kid should be on a motorcycle. Ay, ay, ay. You testosterone-less beta male. Communicating my unease. They took your kid on a bike. They peeled out with him on the back of the bike. He's 8. They got no helmet. He's got no protection. I'm good. Could you communicate my unease to them? Fucking yell at them. Ay, ay, ay. I'd be so furious. I'd be livid. And again, I ride motorcycles. Okay. Okay, so here, he says he recognized he was too angry to speak with them without sounding pissed off. Sound pissed off. Go ahead. They brushed it off. Well, of course, because all that was done was your unease was communicated. Fucking guy. They said I was overacting, took my kid out on another ride. Of course, because you didn't stand up for yourself, you beta pussy male. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm going off the rails here. This crossed the line so far for me. I immediately went over. Finally, like, why didn't you go over at the beginning? I can't believe you left the kid there. I thought you at least got the kid, and then you're like, "Will you communicate my disease, my unease?" You left your kid with them, you numbskull. Oh my God. Ugh. What the hell's the matter with you? Okay, so this is the second time they did it. The second time. That crossed the line. The first one, it was okay for me, and I immediately went over and picked up my child. Why don't you say son or daughter? And later that day sent a strongly worded message. I sent an angry email stating that if my kid had gotten hurt or worse during this series of bad decisions, oh my God, man, be a human being. Have some emotions. It's okay to get mad when your child's life is put in harm's way. It would literally have been a crime. Oh, okay. And one that I would be pressing charges. Go over and kick his ass. Ay, ay, ay. This makes me so angry. I apologize. I added that I've been riding forever attached. So you've been, who cares? I reached out. You ride a tricycle, if anything. Has not been reached. So they have not apologized, nor will they. And also my partner, just say wife, boyfriend, who cares? Gay, straight, just use the partner. It's just stupid. Am I the one making bad decisions that will forever impact our relationship? There's a lot more of this story here, including both in-laws are being alcoholics. Why would you leave your kid with the 2 alcoholics? Oh, you're a moron. I'm sorry. And I'm trying to be nice. And but you're an idiot. You're just a fucking idiot. They should give your kid to the alcoholic. I'm kidding. They shouldn't do that. But God, man, that has always given me a reason to worry about my child's safety under their care. Like, why would you ever leave them with them? Oh, please tell me this is make-believe. This isn't real. Yeah. Well, they run a cult and they're cannibals and they're alcoholics. They put them on the back of a motorcycle. They do human sacrifices on the weekend, but I am letting him watch them again next week. What? You psycho? The kicker is you lost an adult child to a motorcycle accident in the past. Is they lost an adult to a motorcycle? Yeah. Are you the asshole? No, you're a shitty parent. Why don't you go? What's the matter with you? Oh God. It's just, that's painful. I pray that this is somehow a made up thing. Oh, wow. Wow. I got nothing. I'm just dumbfounded by this. The just what a terrible dad or mom. I don't even know. You won't even fess up. Not only will you not go take care of your kid and protect them, but you won't even fess up to your own sex. You won't even say who you are. You're not even sure. Human sacrifice. Exactly, Coco. It's just crazy. Ay, 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 ay. Man. All right. Well, there you go. Pizza says kid riding a bike is not as bad as being with addicts. Yeah, I would agree with that, Pizza. But they're both like they're addicts. They're alcoholics. They probably are meth heads too. They probably sell meth at the property. Probably giving him that before he goes out on the bike, loosen him up a little bit. Yeah, luck is on his side. You're right, Pizza Wolf. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm so uneased by it. It's horrible. Yeah, exactly, Coco. I think partner. I think you're working together. Yeah, it makes me crazy. Just speak the king's English, if you will. You know? Ay, 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 ay. Anyway, all right. I had a great time today. I had so much fun. I'm so glad we got featured tonight. Coco, thank you for the great moderating as always. There's nothing. We're not going to top that last one in terms of just the lunacy of it all. So I'll probably end on that. But God bless you. Have a great weekend. I'll be back Monday with more fun and antics, et cetera, et cetera. And yeah, so thank you. I had a great time. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Coco, God bless you. Pizza, thank you as well. Pizza Wolf. Erickman, thank you too. Rockman, I'm sorry. I have a hard time reading. It's because I have to need readers now. I need reading glasses. Just sad. Tatanka was in there too. Ryan, thank you for tuning in as well. There's Upon the Rise. You can see Ever Eden, thank you as well for tuning in. God bless you. You guys rock. I love the Friday shows. If people could stay up later, it's kind of nice. And they're just fun, especially when we get a good feature slot as well. It's a good time. So again, yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. And if you have any questions, comments, or you'd like your issues handled, I will try my best. You can put it at jeffahern56 at gmail.com. You can even put them in the comments of the show, and I can talk about them next week. How about that? All right. All right, everyone, have a great night. God bless you. We'll see you Monday, same time. Remember, if you've got a problem, I've got an answer. I am Jeff, the unlicensed therapist. God bless you. Have a great weekend, everybody.